since we're in near Darnassus, I'm going to go ahead and hit the AH, as I'm prone to do. Actually, you know what? I will be right back. I forgot the cat's outside the patio, and I probably should let him in. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Hey, what's up, Kurt? I'm good. Got a little bit of a hangover. Anyways, not really a hangover, but just a headache, I guess. But I'm just going to hit the AH, the auction house, really soon here. And then we'll probably port back over to the Alliance, to the other continent, and to the Eastvale logging camp quests. Don't kill the deer. Oops, sorry. I did go into the classic beta and play around with some of my add-ons, and I was able to get, interestingly enough, I got one of the damage meters, a nice damage meter working, but it still was claiming that it was out of date. But when I ran it, I didn't experience any Lua errors, so it seemed to run just fine. It's very crazy. I mean, it's got so much stuff in it. The damage meter I was using, it was just called damage meter, that I would have to actually literally play around with it for a while to figure out how all the stuff that it reports, and how would I want to configure it and all that. And then I got Z Pearl again was working fine. Z Pearl is the add-on I use for my nameplates here. You can see here at the bottom here, Shady Hacks. These nameplates are X Pearl, but in the classic beta, it's called Z Pearl. It's basically the same add-on though. Don't know why they changed it from X Pearl to Z Pearl. And that's about it. I had Buffwatch. I had a newer version of Buffwatch. Here you see Buffwatch. I have a newer version of that installed on the classic beta, and it was working just fine. So that was nice because I like Buffwatch for my paladin. So I was happy about that. And I really didn't. There were a few add-ons. I couldn't get like a target plate. I couldn't get like a enemy nameplate. Add-on installed. But I'll also have to find one that works because the ones I tried didn't work. So here we go. The things on the server are just so bloody expensive. Here's a Blackwater Cutlass for 30 silver. That's not bad. I mean, I've got, let's see, level 14. I'm level 12. But for 30 silver, that's a pretty damn good price. So, and it's got a nice attack speed. So we'll buy that for now, just in case we can't find anything else. 30 silver is cheap. And then what else we have? We got this petrified shinbone, which is kind of funny. 3 gold, of course. I don't want to pay 3 gold for this. And what else we got? Bronze mace. Actually, the bronze mace for a white item, it does pretty good damage. Actually, I'm surprised. 10 DPS, but it's got no buff. No stats. And what else we got? The Fight Club's been right around 10 to 12 gold, so this is actually a pretty decent price. I mean, it's not horrible. You know, it's got good stats, strength and stamina, so this is actually a pretty good mace. And it's also 2.2 attack speed, which is fine. And the other thing I found was armor miscellaneous neck. There were quite a few Grand Marshals medallions in here. These, getting these for around 50 gold in Classic is a pretty good price. This is a really nice item for a protection paladin or protection tank. For tanking purposes, it's really good. And let's go to armor mail. Just see if there's anything in here. Oh, we've got this one, which is quite a bit nicer than what I have for 70 silver. You see 4 strength and, you know, 43 more armor. Or 42 more armor. Or 3, sorry. 43 more armor. We've got the war-torn pants. So we can go with the war-torn outfit, kind of. So here's the war-torn pants with the owl. Intellect spirit, which really doesn't look that great. I'll go ahead and buy this one. You know, this is pretty good. That's a nice little upgrade. And bronze leggings. These are, you know, not that great. That's about it. So let's go ahead and hearth to gold share. I don't think there's anything else we're gonna do for right now in the Night Elf area. And it was kind of neat on the classic on the classic beta that they had a template where you could just roll any character and he would start at level 40. So that was kind of nice. You know, that you could do that. No beer. Yeah, Kurt, yeah, you're right. I would recommend not to drink beer. Anyways, let's see. What's this quest? Okay. Let's go to the Deputy Garrison. I think this guy's got a quest too. So, and these quests weren't available to me at level 9. Now that I'm level 12, they are. But we are going to head over this way and do these quests. Oh, you know, we didn't finish at the night in the, you know, I kind of screwed up a little bit because what I didn't finish over there in the Night Elf area was the warrior quest. You can see this one here. They still need to get this done, so I'll go back and do that. You know, when I'm like level 14, we'll head back over there. Once we get all these quests over here done we'll have to head back over to the Night Elf area and finish that out. Let's head over to the road. Failed parkour. Classic comes out on August 26th, which is 11 days from now. Yeah, so it's not that far off. I'm not sure why that person thanked me. Did you see that? Piggy, nah, thanks you. I'm not sure what for. I'm really just saying this because I want the rough stone, so I can make some dynamite. Yeah, I'm tired. My girlfriend's had her salsa dance class tonight. I'm not sure. And then she went out with her friends, so she might be drinking some beer. They usually go out after the dance class. It's weird that you can rend. It says wounds the target with a mace. You know, it's kind of hard to. Well, I guess you can definitely rend somebody with a mace, I guess. Somebody came through here and killed just about everything. And that sucks because I need to kill. I need to kill these bears as well. You can see the, in the distance, we can see the fireballs. Remember last time I was here, these guys were really hurting me, but now I'm quite a bit higher in level, so it shouldn't be so bad. Still doing a lot of damage to me, though. Hey, what's up, Ken? How's it going? Yeah, Ken, I was playing on the Classic Beta a little bit last night, just to play around with some of my add-ons, and I got pretty much the add-ons I want to work, but there's still the only real add-on I don't have. What the hell is this guy doing coming at me? I couldn't get like a nameplate, like see this enemy nameplate here that shows above the Murloc. I couldn't get my add-on for that. Couldn't get one that works anyway. But everything else was working all right. And of course, I haven't figured out how yet to do my macro where I just have one macro that, you know, I can do shift key, do like an alt key to heal myself or somebody else. And so I have to figure that out. I went through my keybind or my macro text pad notepad document, but I couldn't find a good macro that worked on that system. But I'm sure I'll find one pretty quick. I can probably just Google it and find one pretty quick. It's a very common macro. Blood Rage. Oh, Rage is helping me kill. Or maybe she was just trying to pull the mob, I don't know. But I did play around with the level 40 warrior Ken on the Classic, because they have a template where you can just create a level 40 character. You saw last night. And honestly, there's a lot of skills on a warrior, and I really wasn't comfortable with how they were laid out on my UI, which is really important to me when I'm playing. I want my UI to be, I'm very picky about it, about my, you know, my keybinds and what kind of skills I have and how I'm, you know, chaining them together and stuff. And I didn't feel comfortable creating a level 40 warrior and just getting all these abilities and trying to figure out how am I going to use them, because the best way to learn how to use your abilities, especially if you're not really comfortable with a specific class, is to slowly level up and use that ability. Like if you get an ability at level 10, you put it on your bar and you use it for a couple levels, 2 or 3 levels before you maybe get something else, another ability, and you just get really comfortable at using it, and it's ingrained in your memory that, hey, you know, Shift A is this skill or A is that skill. But if you just create a character at level 40 and all of a sudden you've got 10 abilities you got to throw in your bars, then you're playing, you're like, okay, what was that? What's the keybind for that? And what's the keybind for this? And it's not a big deal, but I do find it annoying. That's why a lot of times when I would play World of Warcraft and then step away from the game for like 6 months or something and then come back, I wouldn't pick up like my level 30 warrior or something. You know, I wouldn't come back and say, oh, here's my level 30 warrior. I'll just start leveling him again. I would actually just re-roll and start at level 1 because I would prefer to level him up and kind of get those abilities, you know, every few levels and just get comfortable with using them and then getting him keep on the way I like. But the warrior has a lot of skills, like more than I remembered. So I was like, holy shit. Oh yeah, that's like the first thing that happens when you finish, right? I've actually been in instances, and fucking Nomer too. Who cares, man? I've been in instances in retail back when damage meters first kind of started getting popular, and I remember doing like I don't even know what instance it was. It was probably like a Burning Crusades level, like level 65 or instance or something. And after the instance was finished, like 3 people posted their damage meters. I'm like, really? Like, you kidding me? Yeah, and I didn't like really. I don't really like damage meters. Like I mean, I like them. Like I have damage meters because I want to make sure I'm doing okay. If I'm in a group and everybody's doing like twice as much damage to me, then I know something's wrong. I'm like, well, what am I doing wrong? So I look at it from that point of view. I don't look at it as like, oh my god, I have to be #1 on damage. I don't think about it that way. The other thing I like for damage meters is if you have a damage meter that can track individual abilities. So especially if it can track like proc effects, like you've got a certain enchantment on a weapon and you really want to see, well, how often does that really proc? You know, is it, you know, maybe it has a chance to proc fire damage. Well, how often is the fire damage procking? Because that can be really important because there may be another enchantment that you have that maybe has a different type of proc, and you just want to see, you know, which one procs more, or which one's doing more damage. So which one's better for me, you know? So that's what I like about damage meters is you can, you know, it's a little bit easier to track that kind of stuff. Do I still have the... Yeah, I do. Good. Still have the Bundle of Wood quest. Probably it's a waste really to use Thunderclap on one mob, but I just did it because I like I like the animation. I just did it because I like the animation. I was watching Skarm's video on how to tank a Nixie, and I thought it was actually a really nice video. He really explained the Nixie fight really well. So when we raid a Nixie, I'll have to direct people to check that video out. Oh, he was the cocky. Oh, he was a holy paladin. How would he be? If he was a holy paladin, what was he pasting damage meters for? Hey, look at me, I'm a holy paladin. I'm doing good damage too. Or is he a DPS holy paladin? I don't know. Who knows? I don't even remember what a holy paladin is like in retail. I mean, honestly, that's why a lot of people play PvP, because they're just like, hey, look at how good I am. I can kick your ass. That always makes me kind of laugh, because I wonder in real life, like, what these people are really like. You know, are they these tiny little people or fat guys, or just... I don't know. Or just the ego maniacs, you know. We've all seen them, the guys that go to the gym and work out, and they're like... Grr. Yeah, that's definitely not me. I'm not the kind of guy who's like, I'm going to kick your ass. I have a friend. I guess I wouldn't really call him a friend, but he's a friend of a friend, and whenever we used to go out together, like, he's the guy that if anything at all happened during the night where it could be construed as, you know, he might want to get in a fight with somebody, he would push it to that level. You know, he always wanted to fight people. He always wanted to be, oh, you looked at my girlfriend the wrong way, I'm going to kick your ass. I mean, that kind of stuff, you know, I hate that kind of shit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, I think damage meters are useful for really trying to track certain types of damage that you're doing and making sure that maybe one weapon you have isn't really the best weapon for you. I mean, it's not really going to make you do the most damage. And it's also good, too, because some damage meters will track other things. They'll track healing, you know, and which is nice. Like if I go to my damage meter here, one thing I really like is I like to do visible quantity here, and I'll say damage taken, right? So let's see, which is what I have it on right now. And so when I'm tanking an instance, I want to make sure that I like to be 70% or higher. 70% of the entire damage to the group, I want it to be going to me. If I'm like around 50%, either I'm not doing a good job or there's people in the instance that are just really hitting hard and they're really pulling so much threat that I can't really, I can't hold, like if I go to Dead Mines and I'm level, and I'm level like 19 and there's a mage in there who's like 25, I mean, the mage is probably going to take some damage because she's going to be hitting so hard, everybody's going to be coming after her. But yeah, I mean, so damage taken, I look at a lot, healing. You can also look at, visible quantity. We can go to, raw healing done. Overhealing is a great thing to track. If you find yourself running out of mana in groups or in raids, that's great, And there's other things you can look at. Overheal percentage. What's this set color for all? Anyways, so they definitely are. They do a lot more than just track damage, Protect the frontier. But you can see now that I'm level 12, doing the Eastvale logging quests is just way easier. When I came over at level 9, it was not efficient. It wasn't a good idea. And it'll be really interesting, because I know in Classic, when I was doing these quests, I felt like these mobs in Classic were not hitting anywhere near as hard as they do in this private server client. Also, on another note, if you guys, there's a MMO out there in development by an indie game development team. I can't remember the name of the company, but the game's called Saga of Lucimia. And the guy who runs it is a really nice guy, and they are just people like me, some people who were developers who play video games, and they decide, let's make our own games. It's kind of just like me, right? Because I really want to make my own game. And so they were teaching themselves Unity, and they actually have gone a long way, and they've been working on this idea for about 4 years, and they've gotten the game, I think, into a state where it's early alpha, and they've gotten some really good reviews, some really good feedback from events that they go to. People have said, wow, this game looks good. It looks like it's going in the right direction. And so if you guys haven't checked out Saga of Lucimia, check that out. I think it's an interesting project. The guy who runs it, I'm on his Discord channel. I've talked to him a couple times. Super nice guy. And he actually posted on the forums today that, hey, if you're going to be streaming Classic WoW, put your, link your stream here in the forum post. And I posted my channel in there. And so, it's just cool. Those guys are all going to be playing Classic WoW, and they have their own guild. I can't remember the name of it. It's probably like Lucimia or something, or Order of Lucimia or something along the lines of their indie game. Or maybe they're going to use the name of their game company. I don't know. So, but it's definitely, if you guys are interested in other MMOs, you should check it out. Yeah, right. You're right, Jeffrey. There's those people out there that are just like, to them, it's all like, hey, I'm better than you, or look how great I am. It's the whole, the E-Peen crowd, they just wagging their E-Peen. Look at me, who's got the big dick, you know what I mean? It's just stupid. Sometimes when I turn on the ambient volume for the rain, it doesn't work right away, and this is one of those times. But I bet if I reload, that it might work. Let's see. Also, my friend Minus over at Pantheon Plus, he also put a link to to Pantheon's official application to be, listed as a streamer for their game. So I filled out a form for that. I probably won't be invited to be like, I think they have some sort of a streaming program. I seriously doubt I would get invited to that. Why am I not hearing any? See, I'm not hearing the rain. I see the rain, but I don't hear the rain. I probably won't be invited to that. I just don't have enough subscribers on my channel, so. Anyways, let's see. But I filled out the form anyway. Who knows? Maybe I have had a presence on their actual official forums, and you can't go into the excuse me. You can't go into the Pantheon forums unless you are like a subscriber. Like I pay like, I don't know. It's pretty bad. I pay like $5 a month. That's not true. If you've bought one of their packages, like if you've bought like a, like those packages you pay. I'm blanking on the name of it right now, but where you go in and you donate, $50, or you pay $50 and you get like a certain. Here, I'm just gonna pull the website because it's driving me nuts. I can't think of the word. I just woke up from a nap. Pledge. They call them pledges. So you pledge a certain amount of money, and if you do that, then you automatically will have access to the forums. But if you don't pledge one of those pledges and you just want forum access, you can pay I think it's like $5 a month. But I've pledged around $300 to that game, which gives me the package, like a certain package. What's the name of it? Let's see, Pantheon, MMO.com. There's champion pledges. I have the advisor's pledge, which is $300. So anyway, but yeah, so it was neat. I filled out the form to be an official streamer of Pantheon, but I'm sure that I won't get. I'm sure I probably won't get that. Yeah, thank you, Reptilian. I can't believe I'm I'm like totally not awake right now, guys. I kind of went out after work, had a few beers, and I had a little bit of a headache, so I laid down and slept, and I kind of feel like shit, to be honest, and I'm too old to be going out and drinking anymore. All right, so what else do we need? I think we just need the wood, right? That's what she said. We just need to pull up our quest log. Not this. Dude. Let's just link everything we can here. Nothing. Bundle is complete. Okay, we definitely need that. Turn these quests in. Oh, I still need to grab the Discover Rolf's Fate. The Reptilian. I don't know. I mean, I only have about 840 people, so. Hey, Grumpy, what's up? Water and Advil. Dude, I'm drinking. I've got the biggest ass, can you hear this? The ice kind of bouncing around in this big, huge metal, Yeti cup I got going on right here. So. Rocket Blast. Yeah, but I'm drinking a lot of water right now. And I actually took a nap earlier. I fell asleep in the little kitten, the one who's like 3 months that we just picked up. It was nice. I woke up and he was laying right next to my head. He was like asleep next to my head. And he's so new. We've only had him for, a few days, 4 days or something. So he's still really skittish. But anyways, yeah, it would be nice. It would be cool to be. I don't even know what that means to be like an official streamer. I don't even know what their program is or what it gives. I have no idea. But I've been around their forums for a long time, for probably about, I don't know, a year and a half. And I don't post a lot on their forums, but I post anything that means a lot to me. You know what I mean? Like if there's some sort of mechanic in the game they're working on or something they're doing that I don't like, I will definitely post and give my opinion. But so far, they've done a pretty good job. My only complaint with Pantheon is just I don't think the particle effects of the spells, like when you cast spells and stuff, and like if I throw a fireball, the way the fireball looks as it's flying through the air, and the way it looks when it hits somebody, and then the flames kind of burst on the character model, to me it doesn't look, it doesn't look like it belongs with. It doesn't match the game, if that makes any sense. And you'll see that in video games where, like the effects look a little too polished. They don't look realistic. They don't look just like kind of natural looking flames. A lot of it I think has to do with the lighting. You know how the lighting of the fire as it's moving. It could be, I don't know if it's too bright or not bright enough. I think it's too bright, to be honest. But you know, some of the effects look really good. Some of them don't. Also, most of the combat in Pantheon looks really, really boring. But it's still really early. They're still in pre-alpha. So we'll see. And I know they're really working on a lot of that stuff right now, and they haven't released it yet. You know, they were releasing Project Fairthal really soon, and like within the next probably month or two. Once that comes out, we'll start seeing. Ooh, I forgot I got a bow. Once that comes out, you know, we might get a look at some of the new, because they've got all new character models and new textures and everything. I mean, they basically had placeholder character models and placeholder textures and placeholder spell effects. Everything was pretty much just a placeholder, just kind of out of the box. So they're using the Unity game engine as well. Which is interesting because Unity isn't used. I mean, it's used for MMOs, but not. I mean, surprisingly, Unreal Engine is actually used more for MMOs, even though Unreal Engine was kind of originally built more for, more for FPS style games. But there's a lot of games. If you just go to like, if you just search, you just go to the Wikipedia page for games listed, games that are made by the Unreal Engine, you'll see a lot of MMOs that are currently in development. But Unity keeps getting better and better. And the nice thing about Unity is the guy, Brad McQuaid, who worked on the original EverQuest, he's gone out there to Unity's and worked with them, and they're actually working with that company to make sure that anything they can do to improve the game engine to make their game better. And they're working really closely with Unity, which is pretty cool. So, Maker's Mark. Maker's Mark. Dude, I drink my Stranahan's, man. Stranahan's Colorado whiskey. It's good, but geez. 300. Well, it was funny. It was funny, Grump, because I didn't pay 300 up front. I mean, originally I pledged just like the $50 pledge or something, which just gives you the game. Here, let me get to a safe spot and I'll read it to you. You guys still have the pledges up. Like, the pledges are in different categories, like supporter pledges, champion pledges, VIP pledges. The VIP pledges are ridiculously expensive. But like on the supporter pledge, like if you paid like originally, and the thing about these pledges, it works this way with a lot of indie games, because this game is supported pretty much through angel investors and people just donating. They had a Kickstarter to get enough money to start the game, and actually the original Kickstarter failed. They didn't meet their goal, and they had to go back to the drawing board and kind of rebrand the game and kind of come up with some better way to make it look flashier, to get people interested. And then they did another Kickstarter, and then that one did reach the goal. I think they did another one. They may not have done another one. They just may have got other people to invest, like angel investors. But I think they did do another one. Anyways, the original supporter pledge is like, there's like a $50 pledge, and you can see here when you pay $50, you get unlimited supporter access. That just means you can go to the forums and you can access all the stuff on their website. Because if you don't pay any money at all, you can't even go to their forums and get into any of the channels about the game. You can't. You have to pay at least $5 a month to do that. Which I thought was interesting, but I can understand why they did it, because they're a really small company. They've only got like about, I don't know, maybe 30 people, maybe more now, I'm not sure. But they didn't have a lot of money, so they needed to generate money any way they could. So I understand. But originally you got beta access with the $50 pledge, but over time they slowly take that stuff away. Like originally you got beta access, originally you got additional character slot, stack of minor illusion flask, explorer's backpack, Tune of the Ages, keepsakes, vanity pet, Ring of the Fallen, 5-item renaming vouchers, digital copy of the game, early name reservation, the game title, Pantheon, Explore. But a lot of those, like, you don't get anymore. Like originally you did, and then over time what happens is they discontinue certain things because they're trying to if you bought it back then, of course you have it. If it was there when you bought it, you have it. But people come into the game now and they try to buy that Watcher's Pledge for $50, and they don't get anywhere near as much stuff as someone who bought that 2 years ago. And they're just rewarding people who got on board to the game earlier. And a lot of Kickstarter type games do this. So what I did was I think there was a different pledge that was like $75, because I don't see it here now, but I think there was. And they actually discontinued pledges. Some pledges don't even exist anymore, but they did exist. So I bought a pledge that I don't even think exists anymore. So I paid like $60 or $70, but then that gave me beta access. But this was about a year and a half ago, and then as the game got more and more along in development, I noticed that to get alpha access, I would have to move up my pledge to at least the $200 pledge, and I'd already pledged like maybe $60. So you can of course upgrade your pledges, and it's not even difficult to do. You just go to, you log into their website and you say upgrade pledge, and it just asks you, what pledge do you want to go to, and you have to pay the difference in cost. And so I upgraded my pledge, I think, to the $200 pledge, and I think I think the 200 one gave me another copy of the game, so now I have two copies of the game, and gave me a different title, different nameplate. I even get like nameplate icons. So, like when you're in the game, your nameplate will have like an icon to the left of your name, and you get different ones, of course, and also it gets you 3 months game subscription, because it will be like, I think they haven't released the price of the game, but I'm sure it'll be around $15 a month. So with $200, I was getting, like, at the time, I don't think I get two copies now, but at the time I was getting like two copies of the game plus 3 months game subscription. That right there is worth probably, at least 80, we're talking like at least $125 value, because I'm sure the game will cost at least maybe $40 to buy initially, and of course this the subscription of $15 a month. Then I upgraded it again because what they did is they have something called the Founders Invite. It's called the Founders Conclave, and what the Founders Conclave is the Founders Conclave is it's a certain area in every major city in the game. Think of it as almost like a guild hall, but they used to call it, I think, a guild. But now they've changed the name, which I think is good, because guild hall to me is confusing. But they call it the Founders Conclave, and when you're in the game, you go to a major city, you can go to the Founders Conclave, but only people who have purchased, that pledge or one higher have the ability to go there. So the reason I wanted to get that was I have quite a few friends that are excited about Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. I've been talking to these guys for, over a year and a half, and I've talked to them on Discord. I've played games with them, like Nathan Napalm. I've played EverQuest 2 with him and I played Vanguard, which is another game that was made by, on a private server. There's a game that was made by Brad McQuaid. And so I've played with those guys, and I wanted to be able to get in the game. I know that in the cities, these guys are going to go to the Founders, to the Conclave. So I wanted to be able to go there and just hang out with my friends. So that forced me to want to upgrade to a higher level package, which I did. And of course, at the higher level package, there's more stuff. I mean, you get name appears in game credits. You get the 3 months game subscription. You get the buddy code for additional download to give the game to your friend. You have alpha access, but the most important thing really is the beta access. To get into the alpha access, not beta. To get alpha access, you have to at least buy. I think at the time, you had to at least buy the $200 pledge, but now it's actually gone all the way up to the $250 pledge. And I really wanted alpha access because I'm really excited about the game, and I wanted to really learn the game as fast as I could and get up to speed on the game, because I plan on streaming it and doing a lot of videos around it. It's going to be my main content on my channel. As long as it turns out to be as good as I think it will be, it'll be the main content on my channel. Will be Pantheon. And my girlfriend's home. Hopefully she didn't drink too much because she was out with her friend. What else do I need? All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to talk to my girlfriend real quick. Be right back. Okay, so I am back. But yeah, I really wanted to get into the alpha for Pantheon, so... Man, my girlfriend's talking. Yes, you want... Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 10 more. Yeah, well, actually, what, 11 more days, right? Oh, wait. 11 more days, right? 26th. But, 11 more days, and then we'll be in Classic. And, yeah, if you guys haven't watched Skarm's channel, SKARM, he's a really good tank, and he does some. A lot of his videos are kind of I don't really like, but he does some videos on the tanking mechanics and some of the fights, which I thought they were really good videos. So it'll be fun to when we get the guild going. Whoever is in the guild that I'm going to create, we'll be doing some of those raids, so like Onyxian stuff. And I'm not as hardcore as everybody else, though, so I like to relax when I level. I don't try to kill myself, and get to 60 in a week, or whatever. Some people do. I'm not really like that, but I like to enjoy myself and just kind of take my time, I like to level fairly quick, but I don't want to, like I said, I just don't try to kill myself. So let's see what else do we have here. I guess we don't need that one. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and turn that one in. Oh, Princess must die. I knew I was forgetting something. And if I remember correctly, isn't Princess right here? Yeah, she's right here, so let's wait for her to spawn. Where is the princess? It's funny, the princess, that mob in retail is so much bigger than the one here. I mean, it's this huge boar, and actually looks pretty impressive with this little ribbon around her neck. So the range sound finally started. For the longest time, I couldn't hear it. Now I can actually hear it. Sometimes it does that. The rain will come on, and I don't know if it's just this. It's probably just the private server. Like sometimes I won't hear it for like 5 minutes or 2 minutes, or sometimes it's even just 30 seconds. It'll drop, and there's the entourage respawning. But the corpse is still over there on the ground, so. Whew. Yeah, but it'll be cool. I hope I get into the streaming program for Pantheon. That'd be fun. I'm not sure. I have to go to the forum and see what that really means. I don't know if that just means that they promote my channel, and say, hey, if you want to. They might just be as simple as they just have me listed on an official thread, in their forums, saying here's official streamers of Pantheon or something. I don't know, but yeah, I really wanted to get the alpha access so I can get in there and check out the game and really get just learn the game so I really understand it, so that I can talk about it and do content on it and hopefully build my channel, some more, Look, we've got a ripe pumpkin. Let's steal a pumpkin from this Brackwell pumpkin patch. Yeah, look at that. Food, baby. We need that food. We're a warrior. We're always taking damage. Where are you at, Kurt? What state? Like, what country are you in? Are you in the U.S. or? But one thing I realized when I went to the Classic last night when I logged into the Classic beta client and was playing the level 40 paladin and the level 40 warrior, I definitely realized that doing that, getting on that paladin's level 40 and playing her a little bit, I realized right away that the paladin is definitely the class I want to play. I just love the paladin so much. I felt a lot more comfortable on the paladin. I just enjoyed getting in there and grabbing 2-3 mobs and and it was just I have a lot of love for the paladin. I can't help it. I don't know why. I just really enjoy the class. And one thing also that was interesting too was even like Skarm on Skarm's channel, he has a video on how to make money, like how to grind money. And what was funny is in the video while he's talking, you know what's in the background is him playing a paladin and AoEing mobs over in Chillwind Point, which is what I do on my paladin. So I thought that was hilarious that he's basically was doing the exact same thing I do. And I was like, ah. You can actually, and that's the thing, that with a paladin, you can AoE and make a lot of money. You can grind loot pretty good on a paladin. Of course, a mage will be better, but I don't really feel like playing a mage, really. Another thing that's really fun, though, is when you're on a protection paladin. I did have one really, really fun PvP experience in Ungirdled Crater where there were 2 alliance, and I think it was like a hunter and like a priest or something. And there was like a warrior and I think a warlock or maybe a mage that attacked the hunter and the priest. They killed both of them. But then they tried to get on me and kill me. And I actually lasted long enough for the people who got killed to res and come back. And I lasted long enough against a warrior and like a mage or a lock. I think it might have been a lock. And of course I used I had to use all my abilities. I had a bubble. And then when bubble came off and the lock or the mage, I think it was a lock, was just shredding me with her magic damage, I had to then use lay on hands. So then I laid on hands, and then the hunter came back and started shooting the lock. Well, the warrior made the mistake, and they both made the mistake of trying to kill me, like staying on me, instead of trying to kill the hunter. Because obviously I can take a lot more damage than the hunter can. And so and they'd already blown a lot of their big skills, so they were trying to kill me, and I stayed alive, and the hunter killed one of them, and then finally the priest came over and started healing us, and we ended up killing both of them. And that was actually really fun. I mean, as a paladin, you can't really do a lot of damage, but you can sure as hell take a lot of damage between your bubble, your lay on hands, and your healing, those types of things. So that was actually pretty fun. But most of the PvP counters I run into on my protection paladin are, a warlock comes over and attacks me, dots me up. By the time I realize I'm full dotted and try to find out where the hell the warlock is, I'm usually almost dead. That's usually most of my PvP experience. Although I did one shot. You got to get the Gnomish Death Ray on your paladin, though. I did one shot mage with my Gnomish Death Ray once. Just he was getting a mining node that I wanted. It was like I think it was even just a mithril node. I was like, I want that mithril node because I was really trying to get into mithril that day. And I just hit him with my Gnomish Death Ray, and it was boom, dead. Did like 4,500 damage or something crazy, and just killed him. I can't remember how much it was, but it was enough to kill him with one shot. And then I also had a hunter who came after me out in the Feralus, and I was able to jump off a little ledge and fall far enough away that when his pet came down after me, the pet despawned, because in vanilla, well, in a lot of the versions of WoW, if a pet gets too far away from their master, they will despawn. I use that trick in Arena a lot, actually, to get lock pets to despawn. Run into, especially in that one where there's the sarcophagus in the middle of the arena. I'll run all the way over to their spawn location in the room, and his pet will chase me in there. And if the lock's not fast enough to move over, his pet will despawn, and I'll have to resummon him. But yeah, I jumped off, and his pet despawned, and then he tried to come after me, and I hit him with a Gnomish Death Ray. Killed him, too. So those are always fun. But in most cases, I'll get ganked by level 60s or 2 or 3 horde at once, and you pretty much have no chance of winning those encounters, which kind of sucks, but... Yeah, I was just talking to Amber. You can tell my throat's kind of hoarse too. Like I've been losing my throat the past few days, and I think it's probably because I've been streaming a lot and been talking on stream and just talking at work, and I'm not used to using my voice so much, and and I'm losing it. I'm losing my voice. But we're gonna try to get to, I don't know. We'll see how far we get. We'll turn all these quests in and see. We'll do as many quests as we can in Westfall until I feel like they're too difficult, and then we'll jump back over to Darkshore and start doing those. And I need to finish out the warrior quest as well. Oh, and I gotta check the mailbox too, because I did buy that chess piece, and I can't remember what level it was. I thought it was level 14 maybe. Let's take a look. I think there's a couple things in my mailbox that I bought. Like, yeah, see, I bought the sword. This is 14. Oh, yeah, look, see, and I bought these boots. I got this cloak. I got the shoulders and the chest. Oh, the chest piece I can use right now, so that's good. And let's go ahead. It was a big improvement over what I had. And like I said, I always like to make my leftmost bag my consumables, or if I have any new gear that I'm waiting to equip because it's higher level, I always put that in that bag as well. So we're not going to cook up those, and we don't need any water. I guess we can hold on to that because I do go through food pretty fast. What else? There was something else that I got. Oh, there's the belts. This. Sell the pumpkin. We don't really need the pumpkin. I guess that's it. Let's see if there is anything I can cook. We can cook up the charred wolf meat just for fun. But I think what will happen in Classic when I start playing it is I'm going to keep playing the warrior, but as kind of like a downtime character that I'm not really focusing on much, and I'll just jump on him probably when he has rest time, and then I'll keep playing him and keep, and also when I'm not playing, I'll keep watching videos by Skarm and looking at all the different ways to play. There's a couple different builds you can use. There's a Fury, Fury Arms build where you have blood rage or whatever it is that breaks fear, and which is good for when you're tanking Onyxia because they fear in phase 2, and just different things like that. I'll keep researching the class and make sure that I have an understanding how it works, and then I'm hoping eventually to maybe start tanking on the warrior in vanilla and seeing how it goes. And I was a very good tank at retail, but what's this? Oh, there's the shard stuff I cooked up. How much? I wonder how much this is. 61. Okay, 61. Okay, we got that one. But yeah, it was a really good tank in retail, and I've tanked on a warrior in retail, an orc warrior actually. Look, there's a warrior girl right there. That's the original, the OG. All right, so we're level 13. Oh yeah, so I haven't hit them since I hit level 12. Nice. And we got shield bash and overpower. All right, so we've got overpower. I'll have to change that keybind, and we got the shield bash, which is gonna go right here. And what else do we got? We got, I think, higher level shout, right? Yeah, rank 2. Okay, cool. And let me fix my keybind for overpower, which, as I said before, I like reactive abilities like overpower or the hunter one, where they trigger, like if I dodge an attack, I can do it, or if the mob I'm trying to hit dodge attack, it activates this ability. That I like to use a very easy keybind for that. So for this one, it's mouse wheel down. Because you want to be able to just, I like mouse wheel because I can continually scroll, and then sometimes it'll be a counter and say, oh, it's available, and like it's only available for like another 3 seconds, because when it comes up, it only lasts so long. I think, what is it, 5 seconds? And so I like mouse wheel down because sometimes there's a time where you don't have enough rage to use it. So you're just scrolling the mouse wheel down, and then when you do get enough rage, sometimes it happens right as the ability is almost going to become unusable. So it's a little easier to scroll wheel than have to spam a button key. I love the rain in Vanilla WoW. It's so awesome. Actually, if you guys haven't seen it, if you haven't gone to Nathan Napalm channel, check out Nathan Napalm. He's got a great YouTube channel. And he just did a video on Classic WoW and kind of why it's an important game, and why, how Classic WoW coming back out could help games like Pantheon Rise of the Fallen that are more difficult, that are slow leveling games where you have to work in a group. You can't just solo content because it's too difficult. And so people being able to see something like Classic again might turn them back on to, hey, this is the way MMOs should be. This is fun. This is more challenging, and it'll make them more likely to want to play something that's more challenging, as opposed to most of these games that I didn't go and turn that in. Are you kidding me? Damn it! I thought I turned that in. Hold on a second. Didn't I turn that in? Oh, you know what it was? I got a new quest. That's a new quest. I just got it at Gold Share. But hopefully it'll, Classic might actually bring back the notion of MMOs actually being more difficult, and people have to actually work in a group to take down maybe elite mobs or difficult quests. Obviously they won't be able to just tank and spank dungeons. You'll have to do mechanics again and stuff like that. So, although what they're doing in Vanilla WoW, which I didn't really know much about because I raided in Vanilla, but it was so long ago. I mean, think about it. It's 2004. I didn't remember hardly any of the mechanics of any of the fights. I just remember a few things here and there. But on the private servers I played the last 3 years, I haven't done any raiding, so I've mostly just been playing different classes and kind of familiarizing myself with playing them again in Vanilla. And so it was funny to watch one of his videos where they were going out and getting all the world buffs before they do their raid, and they had like 2 bars across the top of their screen. The amount of buffs they had were crazy. And I'm like, I remember when I did raids, we would try to get like 2 or 3 of the buffs maybe, but that was it. I mean, they had like buffs I didn't even know about. I mean, of course they had the ones I did know about, like the Zul'Gara buff, the one in Stormwind, the Onyxia buff. But they had literally like 8 different world buffs and just all this crazy stuff. And of course, then it makes running Molten Core and stuff raids a lot easier if you've got all these ridiculous buffs that are making you way more strong, way more powerful. Level 60. Must be nice having the level 60 there. Level 13. I can't leave Bazram Heart. So Bazram did a video on talking about the loot in Pantheon, and one of my comments on the video was, I really would like someone to come out with a game where the main purpose of the MMO isn't the gear grind. I'm like, or at least it shouldn't be the sole purpose of the game. There are other ways to progress your character, or to, make a game where, let's say you go into a town and people in the town might not even let you trade or barter with them. You can't even go to an inn and get a beer because you're a specific race that they don't like. But through playing the game and maybe doing some stuff outside of that town, you eventually start to build up a reputation with that town, and then eventually they may let you come in and have a drink at the bar, and then that opens up some sort of a interesting quest chain that allows you to maybe get some sort of new skill that you can find some trainer that you go spend a couple days training with that helps you learn something new. I mean, stuff like that is a lot more interesting. And it's not really a gear grind at that point. It's more like player based. You know, you're evolving your character. Hopefully I can get some of these before the mage, but I think she's just going to kill them all. Yeah, I got that one good. The way the character's moving, the mage, especially since she's following, this person's, I'm pretty sure they're dual boxing. Because see, the mage isn't really doing anything. She's just following that character. So that person's just dual boxing. I don't know what their stance is on dual boxing on multi-boxing, not dual boxing. On multi-boxing in Classic. I don't know if I'm sure they have a stance on it. I just don't know what it is. Another thing that's interesting is in Classic, they're going to be much more strict. Like, you can't really curse or swear or name your character "fuck you" or something like that. They will ban you from the game. It might not be a permanent ban, but it'll definitely be a temp ban. So that's going to be fun to watch, because people in the private service really have create characters with a lot of questionable names. Let's just put it that way. You know, or in guilds with questionable names. And so I think that'll be interesting. I haven't really gotten any overpowers yet. Overpower triggers when all these will have a target dodges, so apparently these targets aren't dodging much because I haven't seen overpower light up. I wonder if I can take Hogger. Probably not. If I completely buff myself up here, maybe. He's 11 lead. I think I can take him if I just pop one of my big healing potion here. My stomach just grumbled. Where is Zahaga? Yeah, let's get this warrior in our group invite. Go ahead and help this person out. That person, that damn mage pulled them all. We can pull this one. And this one. Okay, so 6 armbands. See if we can get Zehaga. He's not up yet, is he? No. Oh, shit, there he is. I've got Zehaga on me. Overpowered, son of a bitch. Oh, I see. She's got defensive stance, so she was able to go into defensive. Let's see if I can if I can hamstring, we can just kite him a little bit. Let her beat on him while I'm just running away. There we go. Now I gotta get aggro back though. Come on. Come on. Oh, I have taunt, don't I? Yeah. I have defensive stance. Except I didn't keep my defensive stance. I was trying to control spacebar to go into defensive stance, but I haven't actually key mounted it yet. That's funny. That was a total fail on my part. Let's see, bottom left. This should be control spacebar. There we go. And the other thing, we're gonna have to, yeah. We'll have to get our macro for our weapon swap, and I still need one more bandana. See you, Kurt. Have a good one, man. Hope you have a good night. Kurt, he's such a nice guy. He always comes into the channel and is very friendly. We need more people like Kurt. Let me change the loot to free for all because I don't need any more of the bandanas, so we'll let this person basically loot them all. See if she's still getting any bandanas or not. Oh, we got 3. Nice. Overpower. There we go. Alright. Ooh, we got the barbaric cloth gloves. I wonder if those are better than the ones I have. Haha, they are. They don't have as much armor, but they... Look at that. They have strength and stamina. Alright. So... we don't need to turn this. Well, no, we will turn this one just in the off chance that there's a return quest to Goldshire, but I know that there's not. So I'm just going to do it anyway. Yeah, so we got, this is level 14, yeah. And level 16, we got those boots I can put on. Oh, the shield might be an upgrade. Let's see. No, it is not. It's not even green. I don't know if you guys were watching me play retail, but I was just mucking around in retail a little bit, and I killed him. I did a Westfall quest, and when I turned to the Westfall quest, I was like level 13 or something. It gave me an epic item. Like, it was a blue item from the quest that upgraded to epic, and I'm like, wow, I'm level 13. I'm already getting epics. So ridiculous, right? But I think leveling a warrior, since it is difficult, kind of a difficult class to level, I mean, it's pretty slow. Widely recognized as the slowest class to level, pretty much. I think it's kind of like a badge of honor to say, yeah, you know, I've got a level 60 warrior, you know. It's kind of nice to be able to tough it out. Look at that tree growing out of the other tree. I'm sure that's not by design, but that's kind of cool. There's a quest over here I need to turn in, it looks like. The mail armor wristbands. The wristbands of godliness. 6 armor upgrade. Ho 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 ho. Yes, 6 armor. Yes, Morpheus. Yes. Alright. I check my inventory. Sometimes they drop quest items, but I haven't got that yet. I have not gotten it yet. What's up, Saj? How's it going, man? I'm still slowly leveling the protection warrior. Very slowly. And we're running around very slowly. Server is at 1740 people. That's more than it was the other day. It's about 240 more. Now this will give us the leggings, which I'm sure are probably enough. Yeah, they're a pretty good upgrade. Okay, so we got those. I'm broke. Only 56 gold. That's not too bad for level 13. Stormwind God leggings. Back on. .34 stamina. Why is my damage gimped right now? See that? Why would my damage be weaker right now? That's weird. I don't see any debuff. Oh my god. See, I'm a noob. It's because I'm still in protection. You know, still my protection stance, which is going to make me, of course, do less damage. Forgot about that. I'm such a noob. Let's see if we have macros. No, we don't have my weapon swaps here. I'll have to pull them off my other warrior. Do I want to make more dynamite? Probably. One second while I change something. Look at that, I sundered armor. Now I'm really gonna crush you, because you have no armor. Not sure if that's really a thing. Eat my shield. Ooh. So I took my Arc Rage and I re-downloaded the whole game and reinstalled, and I still can't get it to work, which really makes me mad. I want to show you guys some more footage on Arc Rage. I may have to just completely delete it off my computer and reinstall. But once Classic comes out, I won't be playing any Arc Rage. No, sir, we will not. That is a big bear. Look at the size of that bear. You can see your name, Bush Humper. That name also would get you banned, or at least temporarily banned. So they're not going to let you have a name like that. Thank you. Overpower. Yeah, I need to set up my warrior macro. Let's see if I can go to my channel and find Fury Warrior. I'm going to search for Fury Warrior because I know I put it in the stream. Let's see, Fury Warrior. Probably was on one of these. So 1 second, guys. I'm just looking for my for a macro here. It's not on that one.
All right.
It's not on that one. Oh well, we'll grab it later. Man, that was a pretty big rend. Rend flesh with me. Rend flesh with me. I can't do the undead female voice. Nope, can't do it. Especially since my throat's so hoarse right now. Wow, I've got a video on my channel, Vanilla Fury Warrior leveling, from 1 year ago. Interesting. So I did try to level Fury Warrior on my channel before. 1 year ago. That's interesting. Ooh, the barbaric gloves of barbaricness. Excuse me. I did quite a few of it. I had a bunch of Fury Warrior leveling videos. Interesting. Had no idea that I'd done that before on my channel. I just guess I forgot. Still looking for this macro. I'm still not finding it. Oh well. Quite a few people out here today, though. There's more people here than there were the other day. It's almost 1,800 people. It's good to see more people get in here because maybe they'll Sell some stuff in the auction house I can buy. Let's just sunder the shit out of this guy and see how much damage we can do to this guy. Sunder. He's dead before I can even get all my sunders on him. Sunder does work pretty well against high armor targets. You know, these golems I'm sure have probably pretty good armor. Nice, we got a little engineering. See that? Copper modulator. I can always use more engineering stuff. I went in there and tried to hit that person. That's funny. I went and tried to hit them, but it was actually a player. I thought it was like a mob, and I'm thinking, there aren't any mobs around here that cast spells. Like, what is that? What the hell's going on? Yeah. Now, I said I would play a Warrior Bola, but I said I'm not going to focus on it as my main because I want to level up. I want to practice on it and get better at playing the Warriors. So I'm not. It's not the reason I just said that they have a lot of abilities, and I don't really want to focus on that as like my main tank. So it'll be like a character that I'll just create and, you know, level up when she's got rest time. And see how it goes. Just learn the class. I'm not going to focus on it being like one of the ones I focus on the most, but definitely create one. you're always you're always trolling me, Bola. You're always trolling me, and I'm such an easy target. I am like the most gullible person in the world. So if you troll me, I'll think you're serious. I'm like, oh man, he's really making fun of me. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, if you create Bola, if you go to the Classic client, I created that 40 warriors. Like, holy shit. I mean, I had so many abilities. I'm going to say that, well, first off, well, I'll say the rain, and I still like the rain better in Classic. The other thing is, I like how difficult it is I like the rain better in the vanilla private servers. I mean, I like how difficult it is on this vanilla server. I'm telling you, man, in what I've played so far from the Classic beta test and the stress test and all that, is the mobs don't hit as hard. It's not, I don't find it as difficult. They are saying that the mobs, that the raid bosses and stuff, are going to have a higher parry skill than they do on these vanilla servers, so that it'll be harder for, it won't be like a huge deal, but tanks will not be, you know, they won't be able to generate quite as much threat in Classic as they did on these private servers, because the mobs are going to be parrying a little bit more, the bosses, I mean. I'm in for some deep duty. Oh man, you're totally gonna get me, dude. I'm serious. I'm so like gullible. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah. Yeah, hey Riptone. Yeah, they said they're gonna add more parry, so should make it more interesting. And they also changed the world. You know how like everybody, and this is something I didn't know because I never rated a lot in vanilla, and most people did, and only like 10% of people who played vanilla WoW actually rated, right? Like a lot of the content was never completed. I mean, this wasn't completed by very many people. And one thing I didn't know was how many world buffs there are. Holy crap! I was watching Skarm's video, and it wasn't even Skarm's video. It was someone else. It was Punkrat. If you guys haven't seen Punkrat's channel, he's got some decent videos. I was watching Punkrat, and these guys were going into raids with like, I mean, you see here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buffs. They had, I don't know how many you have to get. Is it 12 buffs per row maybe before it wraps around? I'm not sure, but it's a lot. they had whole bars fulls of buffs. I mean, it was crazy, and like 5 of them were like world buffs, which were like huge, like increasing their stamina like by a ton, making them doing way more damage. And so they're running into these raids, and it's like easy mode. They were flying through. Skarm was saying the really elite guilds are flying through Black Temple in 30 minutes. They're clearing all of BT in 30 minutes. I was like, Jesus. Yeah, these people were definitely min-maxing, you know. And like I said, I didn't raid a lot in vanilla, but I raided. I did, you know, I did some of, we cleared Molten Core, and we did some of the Zul'Gurub and a few other things, but, man, of course. And Skarm's got a great video on Onyxia, because I don't remember any of the mechanics from the original WoW. I mean, I did, in the past, like, 3 years playing on private servers, I have not done any raiding. I've just been, you know, just enjoying, you know, vanilla WoW. It's so much fun, you know, so I've been playing lots of different characters, kind of familiarizing myself with how they played back in the day, playing the Prot paladin, which I never did in original WoW, although I did find one of my old screenshots from vanilla World of Warcraft, and it had it had a paladin on the loading screen. I found one of my old screenshots of the loading screen, which is really fun, that I've got about 2 or 3 of them that are screenshots I took back in 2005, and you can see like what characters I had, you know, what level they were, what characters I had in 2005. And one of them was I had like a level 20 or something, like paladin. But then I have another later screenshot where my characters on my loading screen are higher level, and the paladin's gone. So at some point I had a paladin, played it in vanilla, but I deleted them. You know, I was like, screw this. This slow leveling doesn't work. Too funny. Yeah, they said the world buffs are on different timers. Yeah, exactly. I saw that. The world buffs are definitely different. There's a lot of changes. Yeah. Odd groups left, even groups right. I want you to DPS very slowly, and by slow I mean fucking slow. Come on, hit it like you mean it. I can't do the guy's voice, unfortunately. That means 1, 3, 5 left, 2, 4, 6 right. Stay away from the fucking tail. But yeah, I couldn't remember. I honestly could not remember the mechanics on hardly any of the raids from vanilla. So I was watching this video on. You're gonna be yelling at me in the raid just because I don't know what to do, but I was watching the video Skarm had of Onyxia, and it was a great video. He really went through kind of what to look for and, you know, what to avoid, and well, I definitely will recommend it. I'll put it, you know, I'll put a link to it. If you look at the Discord channel, Bull, I have a channel there for like I think like tips or guides. And I know one of the guides I put in there was how to get, you know, your Onyxia attunement, but I'll also put the, you know, the video link in there for you know, for actually clearing Onyxia, for actually doing Onyxia, you know, the video to watch that talks about all the mechanics and all that. So. Ooh. Alright, let's kite this guy a little bit because I'm really low on health here. Look at that. That's right, Benny. Oh, now you're gonna run. I don't think so. Just that Onyxia attunement where you have to do the escort. Oh, that was so long. Very long. Yeah, I saw the ELVI though, Bola, the one you were talking about that you like to use, the ELVI or whatever it's called. I always just call it Elvis, but I did see it on the Can You Classic, Will It Classic, that website, and as being updated fairly recently, so I'm pretty sure that your UI will work. If you haven't gone to the channel, make sure you go to Will It Classic. I think that's the channel. I think that's the website, so if not, just Google it. He's a fucking Persian kite advantage. I love it. He's like, Kashim! Kashim! That's a 50 fucking DKP minus. I just love that. Kashim! Oh. You know, and I used to have, I've watched the video, like, when it first kind of hit the YouTube. So this is like, what was this, like, probably like, 8 years ago or something, maybe even 10 years ago. I watched the video, the original one, that actually had the original raid doing it with his voice. It didn't have any stupid animations. It was just the actual real video of him in the raid, doing the raid with the real footage of them doing the fight. And I remember watching it. I remember watching that. And then now it's since I've not been able to find it. So maybe you guys have a link to the original one, let me know. Because all the ones I can never find now is just the bullshit, like animation or the sound playing over an Onyxia fight that isn't the actual one, where the video was actually recorded. Because that was actually a real... that was not a made-up video. That was not someone trying to make that to, just to get views or something. That was a real raid that someone uploaded the audio and the video to YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I understand why people would want to use those add-ons. I don't like to do anything to my UI that will slow it down in any way. That will slow down the game at all in any way. I mean, I like the feeling of a smooth turning and moving, and if sometimes, I mean, like I've noticed that even my Questy add-on here will cause problems. And there's even a video on my channel where if you look, I'm like, oh, I fixed my frame stutter, and what it really was is it was Questy. If I just auto walk here and I zoom in, watch, there's a little stutter. You'll see it. It's hard to catch. Just watch my feet. And look for the textures to stutter. Actually, right now they're not. This server runs really well. But I was having a problem with one of the clients I was running for vanilla, where the frames were kind of doing that little frame stutter. And what it turned out to be was just Questy. If I turned Questy off, the game ran perfectly smooth. But yeah, it's not really an issue. I mean, if you want to use a lot of add-ons, as long as you have a pretty good computer, you're not really going to see too much of an issue. But like, even when I'm watching Skarm's video, he's considered to be like one of the best tanks in vanilla of all time, or at least that's what people are touting him as. I don't know, but people are saying he's really, really good. And you watch his UI, and his UI is very minimal. All he's got is KTM threat meter and maybe like what I have here with like an X-Pro add-on, and that's about it. I think everything else he had was pretty much just the standard UI. I really wish I had Execute. I tried to find that original white video. I know I've seen it. I know I've watched it many times back in the day. In fact, I even shared it to my friend Bill. I remember showing it to him and him laughing his fucking ass off, because it's funny as hell, But I can't find it anymore, which is funny. Something like that you think would still be on YouTube somewhere. Although you could, what you could do. I don't know if it works on YouTube, but if you go to the Wayback Machine, that probably doesn't work because that doesn't work. That's usually just website content. So I don't know. If anybody ever finds it, though, I would like to. I would love to watch that again, the original one. It's very funny. Miss on the overpower. Right, well, let's see. Which one do we have? We've completed one of the quests. I still need to get more of the oats, right? Yeah, I still need 2 more. So let's finish that out and turn these in. Woohoo! So I haven't gotten close to that one crit I had on my Fury Warrior, the 701 execute. Oh, at like level 25 or something. It might even been like level 23. I don't really remember, but it was a pretty low level. Oh, we got the primal wraps. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I guess I moved. Oh, target not line of sight. Just fucking around. I'm just screwing around, playing around. He said, you've been enjoying the extra sleep you've gotten since you stopped playing Elysium, but yeah, all that's going to end soon. It will too, man. You know, I screwed up. I should have shot an arrow at her while she was walking back. I love to do that. Like a mob walks away and then I go attack another mob, and then while that mob's coming back, I just kill him with an arrow. It's so cool that you can have a bow with a warrior in vanilla. It's just awesome. Yeah, I'm actually a little concerned. I'm not going to lie about how much time I'm going to be putting into Classic. I'm a little concerned that I'll probably go overboard. And my girlfriend will kill me. That's what, but we'll see. We'll see. Just trying to get up to the oats over here. A tip you guys have probably all heard a million times is don't avoid mobs as you're just doing quests and stuff. If you have to get this sack of oats, don't try to run around mobs. Just go through the mobs. I mean, you're getting XP, you know? Nothing wrong with killing mobs and getting that XP. The other thing they did notice, guys, about chocolate-covered strawberries. The other thing that they talked about was that, and they're not, and even like Skarm wasn't sure. It wasn't Skarm, it was Punkrat again. But even he wasn't sure if this is something that was the same, that actually was this way in vanilla. But what people noticed in Classic was that the amount of XP they were getting from elite mobs was high enough that if you wanted to and you're in a guild, you could literally just run instances over and over and over again as fast as you can. And you actually would level pretty fast because they were giving that much XP. You know, the elite mobs were giving like, you know, I don't know what it was, 120% more XP. I can't remember. But it's on Puckrat's channel. He's got a video called like 7 different things in Classic. It's a good video. There's some good stuff in there. Yeah, if you can just do 5-man dungeons, you know. I'm gonna sunder the hell out of this guy. Come on, sunder. Sunder! Oh, I know that I know, Bola, that I did that on my priest. I actually had a priest I leveled up to 20 in one day. And it was, I mean, actually, I think it was 25. It was pretty high. It might have been in 2 days, but what I did on her was I just got her up to like around level 23. And then I just started doing stockade runs, just healing stockades over and over again. And they were, you know, I'm a really good healer, so it was super easy just to fly through stockades. Even with groups that were pulling really horribly, I still had no problems because the Holy Priest is just such a great healer. Especially even at like the really low levels, you're just really solid. And she was getting a lot of XP. I remember that. I was just flying. Like, my levels were going up quick. But I tell you what, we're now going to get to level 14. Woohoo! Go ahead and equip our really, really, really ugly weapon, one of the ugliest weapons in the game. This one, there it is, level 14. The Blackwater Cutlass is so ugly because it looks like a toothpick. It's so tiny. They call that a sword? This looks like a freaking letter opener, right? It's really small. But let's go ahead and equip that, because we'll do more damage at least. And let's take a look. And we're going to go ahead and put our other talent point into cruelty. So now we're done with cruelty. So our next talent point is probably going to go into shield specialization. Increase my chance to block with a shield and has a 20% chance to generate 1 rage. So getting 5 out of 5 on here is going to be pretty cool, because I'm going to stick with the shield all the way, you know, to 60. Well, at least as far as I can get before, you know, Classic comes out. What the hell is it? It's a wagon. Somebody turned this poor wagon over. They killed the horses and the people. Just left the corpses there. That seems kind of strange, doesn't it? Tiny little sword. You know, I forgot to look at the auction house last time I was there, as I forgot to look for a new shield. There might actually be. Oh, my girlfriend's texting me. This is what happens when, let's see, what is she saying? Oh, she's sending pictures of the cat. Almond Ra's in the Tower of Power. And Anubis is totally crashed out. These cats are hilarious. Looks like I had enough on me to complete this one of these. We already had the 8 Gore Tusk liver, so that's good. And let's go into here. And I actually found out before, I forgot about it, but it's actually killing the Harvest Watchers. Actually using Sunder is actually a pretty good method, because they do have a lot of armor. Of course, you know, they just die so fast. You don't really have to do that, but... And this guy just does not want to die. I was missing a lot. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, we just need, all we need is one stringy vulture meat. That quest is done. Dishes are done, man. What did you miss? Ebola. You know it's vanilla. Wow, you don't miss a lot. I turned in a quest, grabbed another. Talking about how I need one more stringy vulture meat for this quest to be done. We'll just head over to, you know, to Sentinel Hill. Look at that, kiting at its best. Oh, prairie dog. I don't remember prairie dogs being out here. Yeah, I got a sore throat. I hope I don't get sick. I'm not really feeling very good. You guys can probably tell my that my voice is pretty rough right now. He's taming a boar. Oh, well, I guess a boar is okay. I don't really agree with the. I don't really like using a boar at low levels. I still prefer the wolf. We got a small pouch. Available quests. We'll go ahead and do some flying. We'll go check the auction house. Slowly but surely, I'm getting up my subscriber count up there. Hopefully, we'll get to 1,000 pretty soon. My friend at work keeps saying, when you get to 1,000 subscribers, you can have a 1,000 sub party. I'm like, what am I gonna do for a sub party? He's like, you can drink beer and get drunk on your stream. I'm like, no, that's okay. Maybe I'll create. Hey, Bolo, what do you think if I create like a Patreon, or what's the other one that like Nathan Napalm on his channel? You can, where he has a thing where you can support the channel. It's not Patreon. It's something else. It's a way to like become a member of the actual channel itself or something. I don't think I can do that until I get more subscribers to have those types of options, though. It would be nice, you know, anything else I could do to... Anything else I can do to get people interested in vanilla. You know, YouTube has something like that, yeah. I know, I've seen it. I mean, I've got a Patreon account. I mean, I actually have Patreon some other people's channels, just mostly like developers, people who write code, or like I'm currently a Patreon on a guy who does a lot of videos for 3D, you know, game design and stuff. And that's it. That's the only person I've Patreon. I've only Patreon 2 people, I think, him and then an artist who does some really cool Photoshop art. That I was good to Patreon him because he gives you access to brushes that he's created. He'll create brushes in Photoshop, and then if you're Patreon him, he'll give them out to you. And they come in handy. You can download them and save them and import them into your Photoshop and use them, and it's pretty useful. Okay, so we do have a quest to continue to Stormwind. I'll try to sell some of these green items that I got. Since there isn't that much stuff in the auction house, maybe I can actually make some money. Making money. Alright, let's just... We'll just mark it up a little bit, like 45, because prices on here are very high because the server's coming down soon, so people are just trying to make a last minute buck, I guess. Okay, now I didn't look for a shield, so let's take a look at shields. Okay, there's a 14 shield, a buckler of defense, 4 gold, Jesus. That's a little too look at these shield prices are crazy. Here's a 16 one. It's too bad. Remember I had the Resplendent Guardian on my other one. 10 gold. Even 10 gold's not that bad. But hold off on, I think that. Oh, I'm getting tired. Okay, let's look at mail. Nope, pretty much good on that. Maces. Okay, nothing there really. I don't see any great deals or anything. Hammer of the Northern Wind. Argent Custodian, 75 gold. It's actually pretty cheap. It's a good defensive weapon. Look at the price of these. 190 gold, Jesus. I saw Razor's Edge the other day. This is level 18. I saw this the other day for like 10 gold. Just, you know, I know I don't have a improved axe skill, so it wouldn't be as good, but still, if you can get it for really cheap, it'll hit a lot harder. Alright, there's really not a whole lot going on in the auction house that I can use. You said you're slowly talking to my friends to use their Twitch Prime for Amber Stream. How does that work? Because I have Amazon Prime, but I don't, I don't use Twitch at all. Level 17. I'm still trying to get that whole burnished set. We got the boots. We got the burnished pauldrons. So we got the burnished boots. You can see that the pauldrons actually kind of match the boots. Okay. All right, what do I want to get rid of here? Well, we can certainly make some heavy bandages. I actually was looking at Mixer, which is Microsoft's streaming service, but even just creating an account, the thing was glitchy as fuck. And I'm like, I really don't want to get on there if it's still glitchy. Like, I created an account, and then it let me sign in, and then I tried to do something else, and it threw an error, and I was just like, oh my god, it was actually, did not run very well. Had some issues with it. Alright, so we definitely want to get rid of this. We don't need this ore. That. Let's see. 225. 90, 100. Easy third time, it's 100. That's not too bad. I just don't. Here's the. I got the. Oh, I got the burnished bracer. Sweet. I forgot that I'd won that. So let's go ahead and put that on. Oh wait, that's what I forgot. Is I actually had mailed an item to my priest because she's an enchanter. To have her enchant it. Let's see if we can twink out our character a little bit more here. And I never actually went back to my priest to actually do anything, but I think it was some gloves. She may not even have an enchantment for gloves. Here, I'm AFK for a second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I had to use the restroom and check out the cats. Alright, so yeah, so I actually sent her these gloves, which are level 10. Now I don't even need them. It's funny. Let's see what we got. Enchant Racer. Stamina. Or we can do, yeah, Stamina 3, or we can do Strength 3. What do you think? I think I'm going to go with, Stamina, actually. I don't have any soul dust. A lot of this stuff we can just start disenchanting. Actually, I'd probably start putting this stuff in the auction house and just sell it. There were so few things in the auction house, I can probably make quite a bit of money. Damn, I don't have any regions. Any like enchanting regions. What the hell? What happened to all my enchanting regions? This can't be right. Wow, this character has 52 gold? Alrighty then. What would give me soul dust? Well, let's find out. Enchantrix slowed? Hold on a second. Yeah. Alright, I'll see you, Bola. Have a good one, man. Okay, we need... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know I've got Enchantrix on here, don't I? Yeah, it's just not, it's here, it's just not enabled. Okay, so, I mean, I just need to turn it on, basically. I just can't remember the command for Enchantrix. There we go. It is just Enchantrix. We want to do Enchantrix on. There we go. So we need. Do I want to go strength? Actually, let's just go strength. What we need is soul dust. So, what do I know? This is like not going to give us much. Strange dust. Vision. This is all too high. Dream. Vision. These will give soul dust. The combat cloak I can actually probably use, but we'll go ahead and disenchant it. And we didn't get any soul dust. What a surprise, right? Alright, we'll just buy some. Hopefully it's not too ridiculously expensive. Okay, that's fine. It's a lot of money, but it's way too much for that. But if I'm going to enchant my person's gear, I'm probably going to use some of it, so I'll just go ahead and buy it. $3 gold is way too much money, but oh well. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go stamina. No, I'm not. I changed my mind. I'm going strength. I changed my mind. The only thing I have for gloves is fishing. Well, I do have shield, lesser spirit. Chest minus 10. I got chest. Another shield, lesser protection. But we didn't really see a shield. So whew, I'm tired. Very tired. we go. Level 16, burnished tunic, nice. Also got level 20 buckler. There's a cloak of strength, level 26. And 43, level 18. So these we can put on. So yeah, we just need the burnished gloves and the burnished leggings and the burnished belts. And then we'll have the full burnished set. Burning Orax. Still keep hoping somebody will put some in the auction house weapon wise. I saw a bunch of these reforged blades for 12 gold. Butcher. Definitely a rogue weapon. Blood Razor, 500 gold. Yeah, I don't have that. Phantom Blade. Alright guys, I'm really tired, so I'm probably going to stop the stream here. But I'll come back and play again tomorrow at some point. Look, see the gloves sold. The rare gloves I put up already sold. I probably should, like, sell everything I can right now. See if I can make some money. Since the server is going down in, like, what? Like 8 days, you know? Might as well try to make some money. Making money. Whew. Yeah, let's go to the druid and get rid of some of her stuff. Just sell it real quick. Oh. Man, she doesn't have a whole lot of anything, really. This is all soulbound. Some of this stuff's not soulbound though. Soulbound, soulbound, soulbound. Alright, so some of these things should sell pretty well. Oh, you see, these are ridiculous. That's fine. Whew, yeah, but I'm gonna head off, guys. I will catch you guys later. Hope you all have a good night, and I'll be back again pretty soon. Cheers.